by the power of Grayskull.
What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish, and class is in session. I am an 80s kid, a Gen Xer. Miami Vice, skateboards, Rambo First Blood, Mongoose bikes, Casio watches, and mixtapes and boom boxes. So when I saw this watch from Farr Swit, I absolutely had to have it. Today, we are going to take a look at a watch from Farr Swit. This is the Retro Digital Mixtape Volume 1. So, without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look.
Hey man, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. It sure does help the channel. We sure do appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much, man.
Alright, so Farr Swit is a micro brand out of Chicago. It was started, I believe they officially launched in 2019. Interesting story about the name Farr Swit. Farr Swit is three guys: Adam Hodge, whose middle name is Farron, Andy Paetzold, and Zach Switowski. So the name is a combination of all three of their names. Farr from Adam's middle name, and from Andy, and Swit from Switowski. So very cool how they came up with that. So our watch here comes in a really cool box. If you're a Gen Xer, you recognize this right away. So it looks like a standard cassette box all the way around. Just really cool. You recognize exactly how that looks. Obviously, this is bigger than a cassette box, but really cool packaging. I absolutely love it, and I love this watch. I will link their website down below if you want to go check it out. I'm not an affiliate. I don't have a code or anything like that, but I'll link it down below. This is the only one of their watches that I have so far, but I'm definitely going to keep an eye on them, and I would love to pick up more of their stuff in the future. I think this watch would make a great Christmas present for any watch enthusiast in your life, any Gen Xer, whether they're a watch enthusiast or not, and even kids. I gotta tell you, shipping was super fast. I ordered it and it arrived to my door like 3, maybe 4 days later. So awesome customer service. In the box here, the watch is going to come really well packaged and wrapped in bubble wrap. You're going to have some instructions. You're going to have an awesome Farr Swit cassette sticker here, and the receipt was even signed by Andy, and I think that is an awesome touch. I love my diver watches, my aviators, my chronographs. I love oyster bracelets. I love Jubilee bracelets, but I also love Casio watches, both digital and analog, like I'm wearing here today. So when I saw this watch, I was like, oh, that is an absolute must. I have to have that. So it's essentially based on the Casio F91W, which I read recently is the most selling watch of all time, and I can absolutely believe it. This watch is ubiquitous. If you grew up in the 80s, everybody had one, and it's making a comeback because, you know, the whole retro vintage stuff is really cool these days. But if you're an 80s kid and a Gen Xer like me, we never left this space. So they've got two different versions of this watch. They've got the blue one with the cassette face here, and they've also got a clear one that has a clear strap. So some quick specs on this watch. We've got a 35 millimeter case diameter, 38 millimeter lug to lug, and 18 millimeter between the lugs. We've got a resin strap on here that is nice and supple and flexible. We've got a pin buckle. We've also got a resin keeper on here. Now, this functions just like the Casio F91. This is a 3-button module. The time can be 12-hour time or 24-hour time. We've got day and date. We've got an alarm. We've got an hourly chime, and we've got a stopwatch. So this button over here on the right cycles between 24 and 12-hour time. I prefer 12-hour time. Over here on the left, on the bottom, that is the function. One click is going to take you to the alarm. Another click to the stopwatch. Single click on, single click off, and clear. This has an absolutely killer backlight on it. Absolutely love it. It's on a delay. I think it stays on for like 3 seconds. If you have a 7-inch or more wrist, this is going to wear a little small, but it's not so small that it's clownish. Let's remember, this whole big watch thing is relatively new. For me, the sweet spot is somewhere between 40 and 44 millimeters. When you get over that, it starts to get a little big for me. And these watches with case diameters over 50 millimeters is just crazy to me. That's like wearing a clock on your wrist. Let's take a look at this on my wrist. So you can see here that it's a little bit small, but it's, like I said, it's not so small that it looks weird or anything like that. Now, I tend to wear my watches a little bit loose. I like them loose, but I don't like them so loose that it can completely roll around my wrist. I tend to wear my watch almost right over the wrist bone there, and I've got 3 additional holes there, so the strap is plenty long enough. Super comfortable. This thing is so light, you do not even know it's there, and it is so freaking cool. I've worn this a few times already, and every time I wear it, when somebody notices, I get compliments on this thing. I absolutely love this watch. I think it's super cool. So I am definitely going to get the other one as well, the clear one. It's completely clear. Even the strap is clear. If you order them both at the same time, you can save a few bucks. They have like a little bundle package, which is awesome. And they're coming out with a B-side. I don't know exactly when that's coming out, but I know a B-side is coming. It might be a negative display, not sure. I would love to see them continue with their digital watches. Now, I know what they really create are analog watches, you know, more grown-up watches, if you will. But I would love to see them continue this. Maybe something a little bigger. You know, there's plenty that they could do, but I think they absolutely hit a home run with this. I absolutely love this freaking watch. It gives me 80s vibes. It reminds me of my childhood, and I just could not be happier with this watch. So there you go, boys and girls. That is the Farr and Swit Retro Digital Mixtape Volume 1. Like I said, I love it. I'm going to grab the other one. I will link their website down below. Go check them out. Support these guys. Like I said, this would be a great gift for any child or any Gen Xer or any watch enthusiast in your life. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you're a Gen Xer, if you're an 80s kid, if you're into Casio watches. Let me know if you have anything from Farr and Swit and what you think of it. Let me know if you have this watch. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish. Boys and girls, class dismissed.